Finches, and today I want to talk about whether your finch or your canary is sick. Over and over I get the question, is my bird sick? And I hate to inform you, but people on the internet can't tell you whether your bird is sick or not. I mean, it's really hard. So you call up and you say, my bird is hunched up, fluffed up, it's on the bottom page, maybe it's clicking through the for birds, and then his girlfriend was I guess the emergency vet. So, instantly we had some good names. As far as the payment, I would hope that if you have birds, you've got a little emergency fund set aside for their care, just like you would for your own health care. If not, if you're in the United States, there's something called Care Credit, and you can get a brochure on that at your vet's office. Care Credit is kind of like a credit card that you are able to use when your pets are sick, and that's real good to go ahead and apply for and have on hand. The most important thing I can tell you is to have some funds set aside to be able to take them when they're sick. I know people have recommended having a garage sale, putting things on Craigslist or Let Go and selling them. But if you're already stressing because your bird's on the floor of its cage, you don't want to have to take the time to stop and go sell something. So try to have that set up ahead of time. Give up your coffee for the week or whatever to have some money set aside. Now, if your bird is looking sick and you're in the middle of calling the vet and trying to find the right person to take them to, what can you do? Here are some things you can do. I'm watching this cockatiel that really wants to come over here, but come on. she's not coming. So, okay, what can you do? First off, if your now I'm stuck on vets. If your finch or your canary is in the cage with others, or even with one other, I would go ahead and remove it if I thought it was sick, and put it in a small cage so that it's not wasting energy flying around. This is one time when the smaller cage is better. So your hospital cage is hopefully one of those smaller cages, and you can put heat. You can use a ceramic bulb at the top, and I like to have a square flat top cage, and the ceramic bulb goes on one side, one end of the perch, and that way the bird can get to the other end if it's getting too hot. Let the bird adjust. The ceramic bulbs are really just a few watts, and they don't give out a whole lot of heat, so they heat it just enough, but you won't bake your bird. A real good thing to give them is Thrive by Morning Bird or Guardian Angel. I happen to have Guardian Angel right now. It's full of, let's see, vitamins A, D3, E, B1, B2, B6, B12, biotin, folic acid, niacin, vitamin C, a whole lot of minerals, and potassium, calcium, glucose. This will give your bird a boost, and it's not going to cure him. It's not going to make him any better. It's going to give him a little energy and help his body have enough reserves to hopefully fight off this thing until you get him to the vet in the morning or whatever. If you don't have Thrive or Guardian Angel, you can go to the grocery store and get some Pedialyte on the baby aisle. It's something you give children when they've been throwing up. Mix the Pedialyte half with, 1 part Pedialyte, 1 part water. Mix that, give it to your bird as his source of water. Again, that's just going to help him have a little bit of a boost. It's not going to cure anything. How to prevent these things in the first place. That's what we want to do. If you have an excellent diet, your bird's immune system is strong and you're less likely to have him get sick. If your cages are clean, if you have a rule that every time you see poop, this is the rule, remove all visible poop. That is going to go a long way in keeping your bird healthy. You can clean your cage with vinegar. There's some vinegar mixed with water. I do about 1/3 vinegar and the rest water. There's also a product I've been using lately called Poop Off. And I like it a lot. I've always used the vinegar and water. This is great stuff. So what I do, if it's just lightly dirty, one of these will do fine. But, okay, like I pulled this nest box and it's caked on the top. So what I would do with that, and yeah, get out your poopometer. I'm gonna let you guys see this room the way it really is. So, we need a poopometer, and it's showing pretty high right now. So what I would do with this is spray some water on it first. Actually, I'm gonna put this in the sink full of water, but let's say it's just hanging there. See, these eggs are duds, so they're going away. So what I would do is soak it in water first for about 5 or 10 minutes. So what I do is I go around with a spray bottle of water and I squirt onto things that look like they are going to need clean, and maybe move on to the next cage or the 3rd cage down. Start there. Then I come back, get my product, and clean within. It's real easy to get the cage clean. So removing the poop as often as you can. Cleaning your dishes. A lot of people use the dishwasher for that. That's a good way to sanitize them. And change your water. A lot of people are not changing their water, or they're reusing the dirty container. You want to wash that container every single day, or even twice a day. This is where a lot of your germs are growing and breeding, because think about it, when your bird has some, say he has a sprout on his beak, or he has some some warm mash on his beak, or he's got something on there, he puts his beak in the water, that gets in the water, immediately the bacteria start to grow. So if you're leaving in a couple of days, you're opening him up for things. So this is a real big concern, is the water. You want the water containers clean. Just have 2 sets so that you can swap them out. One is clean and drying, and the other one is in the cage. What I like to do is I have a laundry tub, and I take everything down the hall to the laundry tub, put them in there, scrub them real good in Dawn dish detergent, and then I let that water out, fill it back up with clean, and put a little bleach in there, just like, you know, just a little bleach in the sink full of water, and let that soak. You have to soak it at least 10 or 15 minutes to get a real good soak in there, and then rinse it well. And if it's a good day, I like to carry them out and dry them in the sun, just to be sure that bleach is all gone off there. Then those are ready, and the next morning I can swap them out and start again. So if you follow these practices, hopefully you're going to have less illness. But my main point today, I got a little sidetracked. My main point was I want to help you know whether your bird is sick or not sick. And I generally say if he's puffed, if he's looking sick, he's probably way more sick than you know, because they hide their illness. They are, you know, everything in the world is a predator to them. So they don't want you to know they're sick. By the time you figure out they're a little sick, they're a lot sick. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention. In the United States, we use this less, but in other countries, neem tea is one of the best things you can use as a preventive for your birds, because it is antibacterial, antifungal, anti-parasitic. And so what you do is, I'm going to give you some links down below, and you take a cup. I just take a handful of the leaves and put them in my teapot, fill it up with water, bring it to a boil. As soon as it's boiling, I set it off the eye, and I let it steep for an hour. Then I strain that. Actually, my teapot has a strainer, so I just pour it into their container. Make sure it's cool, and give it to your birds with no other water. So you want this to be their only source of water. Now, that can be a problem because a few finches will not drink this water. Every once in a while I have one or two that won't drink it, so you've got to really, really watch. Promise me you're going to watch and make sure that they're drinking. But you can leave that as their only source for about 24 hours. Then you're going to change it out and go back to regular fresh water. And do that about one day out of the month, and I bet you'll see a marked improvement. If there was anything lingering around, if there was maybe a little bit of yeast going on or something, you may see everything tighten up. Now, if they're sick, if you're treating an ill flock, you can try this for 7 days at a time, but again, I'm not a vet, so, you know, I don't know what you're dealing with. It may or may not help. To me, it's very helpful, and so neem is something that I like to have in our arsenal that we know that we can use for canaries and finches, because heaven knows there's so little stuff that we are able to use. So I hope you found that helpful, and I hope next time your bird is sick, you'll be able to not diagnose, but be able to determine quickly what it is you need to do. So till next time.